All right, Gyökeres picks Arsenal over Manchester United. Now, it is finally over, and Arsenal has gone ahead to obviously do this. As I've always gone ahead to let you know that Arsenal has very many strong points, all boxes that have been ticked, that can obviously attract Viktor Gyökeres to obviously join them. And he's not joining Manchester United. He has chosen Arsenal over Manchester United. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and who are you watching this from? We are talking Gabriel Veiga and we are also talking Alaba, Real Madrid player, into the mix. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And for today, it's a Sunday, Father's Day in there, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the world. Are really responsible, because being a father is a responsibility, not a title. You understand? So continue to subscribe, because you're really trying to hit the numbers that you people really think we can hit. We want to hit 30,000 subscribers. That's why a marathon is always on. Now, let's start it off with Record Portugal. Around 10 a.m. yesterday, they told us that the agent of Viktor Gyökeres, Hassan Sinter, has reportedly informed Manchester United that Gyökeres has chosen not to move to them this summer. Manchester United is no longer an option to Viktor Gyökeres. Now, when the story was really aired yesterday, the big question was, one, where is he going? Because United was the least thought of team where he would go, and the only reason he would opt for Manchester United is because Arsenal, Juventus, Napoli have gone ahead to pull out. You understand? But when that came to our face, we all thought that, right, it's done and dusted, and you're waiting to see how things are really going to be panning out into the mix. So the agent informed Manchester United, and I think it really went ahead to go sour for Manchester United, because Arsenal, Napoli, Juventus have gone ahead to have what we call Champions League football, and they're really having the money to obviously do the needful and get there. So from that, the big question was, after telling United that the player is not obviously going to play for you, where was this player going? That is the big hint. And now the big hint was dropped by Fabrizio Romano yesterday night, and he told us that Viktor Gyökeres' priority is to join Arsenal this summer, despite calls from Manchester United in the recent weeks. Gyökeres always an option amid Benjamin Sesko talks, with no deals hailed so far. Arsenal keep assessing situation. United remain keen but believe deal now unlikely. So, after getting all those that we're going to talk about, those teams, those people like, teams like, after the team of Manchester United was really sidelined, we had Arsenal, Napoli, and Juventus. You understand? We thought, what is now the priority of Viktor Gyökeres? And guess what? We got a story coming from Fabrizio Romano, Tier 1 journalist, confirming to us that now the priority is to go ahead and really play in what we call London. Play in London in a team called Arsenal. And his priority is to join Arsenal, and he wants to play in the Premier League. That is it. And he really resonates well with what Jack Ben has always gone ahead to say. You can talk about Devin Austin. The priority of this guy, known as Viktor Gyökeres, is to obviously coming through and really play for side known as Arsenal. Meaning that unless otherwise Arsenal pulls out of this deal, Gyökeres is giving first priority to the club of Arsenal. So you now know that Gyökeres wants to join Arsenal. Arsenal given priority over all the other teams that are really trying to put in the shift. That's what you're really having in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So Arsenal fans, congratulations. It's now up to Andre Bartha to obviously do the needful and see to it that he gets things going. You understand? So that's what you're really having from the side called Viktor Gyökeres. He has given his priority to Arsenal. Arsenal fans, the player is all up there for you, and I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but the player is like, I want to join Arsenal and not any other team. So the negotiations will proceed, and I can guarantee you that this time around, I don't think that Arsenal will fail to obviously get in this guy in here. But all in all, it's really important to note that the transfer window is open. If you never know, the second window has gone ahead to really open. Now, Jacobs Ben also had something to say about this deal, and he said the following, that Viktor Gyökeres prefers a move to the Premier League and would welcome an Arsenal bid. As Record Portugal reported, Arsenal still deciding between Šeško and Gyökeres, and we are both simultaneously advancing both deals. Gyökeres would be open to Manchester United. There has been no formal rejection, but a deal to date has also been at an advanced stage, has never been at an advanced stage despite suggestions. United have not made any formal approach to Sporting Lisbon. Swedish striker, one of the several strike options discussed at Manchester United, Gyökeres believes he will be allowed to leave Sporting Lisbon for 70 million euros. Arsenal have always been one to watch, but it will depend on Batha now because he's also in going talks with Šeško at the same time. With the bid for one of the two targets expected soon, Gyökeres is going to give priority to Premier League clubs despite having firm Saudi interest and growing number of European suitors. Now, Arsenal, as they are and as they come, it's really very important to obviously note that they've been given priority. United, as Fabrizio told you, they are still really having their hopes, but they know the deal seems unlikely because they don't have no competitive edge over this. And Arsenal want to leverage this and use this chance to obviously get in this player. That's exactly what you're really talking about in here onto the Rokani Media Football. So, Gyökeres has given Arsenal priority. He has chosen Arsenal over Manchester United. It's his final transfer decision. And if it doesn't go that way, that means Arsenal would have gone ahead, obviously, let this deal slip out of their hands. Now, let's go to Real Madrid. Alaba David, my namesake, is determined to fulfill his contract at Real Madrid. The club will respect his decision. So, Real Madrid looked like the player was really earning a lot of money because he earns £300,000 plus. And I tell you one thing, it's really important to know what the club is all about. But he was one of those that the club really wanted to offload, and I'm like, does Alonso really make a decision like this? You know, because he might be one of those highest earners and he's not really getting regular football. It's the plan of the manager. But I think Real Madrid needs Alaba, and that is it. If you tell me about the left-back situation, I know Alaba is better than Benjamin Mendy, you know, unless otherwise they want to bring in another left-back. I've gone ahead to see one of the academy graduates from Real Madrid being hinted on as the next left-back that Alonso is really looking on. And when you look at the teams that are being portrayed out by different fan channels of Real Madrid, on what the starting 11, the probable starting 11 is going to be for Madrid next season, Alaba is nowhere to be seen. You know, I've gone ahead to see Rudiger in there, Hoshen in there, Trent Alexander-Arnold in there, and Alaba is not into that equation. But I know Alaba has a big heart. He'll fight for his positions. But last season, injuries have gone ahead, obviously, not do him well because he never really featured predominantly into the season of Real Madrid. But we wait and see what Alonso's decision is obviously going to be. So, he's part of the squad that's going to be playing into the FIFA Club World Cup that really started yesterday, all today morning, and I'm obviously going to be coming and letting you know what my thoughts are about that into the mix. So, that is it about Alaba. And now let's go to Renato Veiga, who was loaned to Juventus and is now back. Renato Veiga sends a message to Juventus fans. It was an absolute pleasure to honor. It was an absolute pleasure and honor to respect this huge club. Thanks a lot. Fino, all fine. Veiga returned to Chelsea, but is left out of the Chelsea squad for USL. Now, if I'm Chelsea, these are deals that I should obviously get done, because the moment the manager doesn't take you to the FIFA Club World Cup, that means that it's not you part of the plan, and he wants you to obviously get out. So he's like, get out and don't even ever come close. So I think he's one of those players that they really want to offload, and I think they can get some good money out of him, because they got him below, I think, 10 million euros from, is it Benfica, is it Sporting? There is a club of Porto where they sent him from, and they loaned him to Juventus. And I think Juventus will put in a lot of effort to obviously retain him, and they sign him back on a permanent deal. So guys, your thoughts on to Gyökeres picks United over Man United are welcome in the comment section below. Your thoughts on Gabriel Veiga, Chelsea, are they really going to loan him again, or they're obviously going to offload him? And lastly, Alaba, do you think Alonso is making a mistake for not considering him to be part of his team? Or they should revise it in any form possible. Hope you guys have gone ahead to have fun. We out for now. See you later, my mates. First video of the day. Next 2 hours, we are dropping another big video, because everything is moving on into the vicinity that you guys want. He has gone ahead to make an Arsenal decision, and it's now Andre Batha juggling 2 deals, but obviously that of Benjamin Sesko is really very far off from reality, but that of Viktor Gyökeres is really very near what you call happening. We out. Bye bye. Continue to subscribe.